Good morning, folks. Good morning, Ambazonians. This is Capo Daniel. I just want to drop this video and to address a couple of inquiries I've received from people in the capital city of Bamenda and some Bamenda people who are abroad, and have inquired why am I not reporting on the incidents they are seeing unfolding in our city capital, the capital of the Savannah State. And the reason I do it on purpose, because what I have noticed, which I believe is something that must be tackled to deliver our people from, is the fact that you have spoilers, you have agents provocateurs who have successfully, in the past 2 years, transformed a noble and such a magnitude of our problem of liberation. They have reduced it into some sort of an appearance of a competition in news sharing. So it has become like people have to rush to make sure who is the one to deliver the news first and who is not the one to deliver the news first. And it has sort of set the precedent on what can be believed and what cannot be believed. This is a very dangerous precedent, because being in the ADF as a command officer, I save a lot of people on the ground who are doing a marvelous job, sacrificing a lot. And I think it is really a dishonor when I see these spoilers and their false narrative have successfully make our people to ask certain questions that are very dishonorable. When you find people questioning where is ADF, what is ADF doing, it's very dishonorable, considering the work and the sacrifices that the men and women who are serving in the Ambazonian Defense Forces have done from the period of General Ivor up to the period of General Efang now. The attacks that took place in Awe, Ashong, for the past 3 months, the fighting that we have been doing in Bamenda, the success we have had in Otu, the successes we have had in other successful places in other areas, the attacks we are carrying on in Victoria. You have seen on the tower of Bamenda, the blood of Ekelebes that have been neutralized by the ADF. In Bamendankwe, you have seen our soldiers who neutralized 4 Ekelebes, drop their body on the ground, and the list go on and on and on. And for our people to perceive our revolution properly, we need to take a break and walk back all the drawbacks of spoilers. When this struggle started, in the early days of this revolution, we had successfully dismantled all the psychological barriers we had in our brain. The issues of divide between Northwest and Southwest. The issue of focusing on La République du Cameroon and its administration, not the Francophones. But unfortunately, spoilers have come in and ruled back all those gains. And they have turned our people into a bunch of Zamzam. And it makes our job very, very difficult. You've seen in Bamenda, where it is a very sensitive place, our soldiers are living amongst hundreds and thousands of occupation forces. We have been forced to now reveal the names of our soldiers, prove that we exist there or not, and who knows to what extent that have compromised their security. We have to make sure we bring sanity back into our revolution so that we can prosecute it properly, so that spoilers cannot create an enabling environment where infiltrators can function. By now, you people should know 100% that Chris Ano is a traitor. There is no doubt about it. You have had enough evidence. We cannot keep on. We cannot succeed if you are giving benefit of the doubt to people who have exhibited by their own action signs of treason. It is not tolerable. You cannot win like that. We also have to be mindful and must have learned from the issue of people's background. Track record matters. You look at people like Bella Franklin, myself, Ayabacho. A lot of people in this struggle have been humanitarians for a big part of our life. We have all been sacrificing for our people. We are not fighting for money, no, for position, for any other thing, but fighting for the liberation of our homeland. Background matters. You have seen even some people who are trying to become activists. People who have been disowned by their family for dishonorable conduct. In Europe, there I will not call names, are being taken seriously. We must learn by now that people who have done 419, people who have committed crimes cannot lead people in times like this and cannot be listened to. There are a lot of psychological hindrances with our people that we need to rule back for us to be effective in prosecuting our revolution. We have made it possible for people from all walks of, even the enemy can sit amongst us and it will be tolerable. I am watching with amaze the amount of Ambazonians that pay attention to the enemy propaganda and use it as a form of a source of information and a line of inquiry to pose to legitimate people who are out there to put themselves on the line to help our country liberate itself. It is astounding. And these are challenges we must tackle for us to be effective. If you are listening to a traitor, you are listening to somebody who have committed treason, you are listening to people who are working for La Republique, you find it as entertainment, then we have a problem. We have a problem. That is why I will not be breaking news. I will not be breaking news. We will not be fighting this is not about news. This is about the life of 8 million people, of a lot more people who are yet unborn, that we are fighting to liberate, we are fighting to protect and to defend. It is our responsibility, it's our collective responsibility. We must wake up to the gravity of the responsibility we have in our people. You must take into cognizance that our entire country is going through a Monday. It is not just a country Sunday. It is a day where people sacrifice their profit to stand up for their choice for independence. It is a day where people sacrifice not to buy brasseries drinks. It is a day where people are putting their life on the line. How many ADF forces have we buried on the battlefield? And then when I go out there, I get funny questions about the ADF from people who are working for La Republique, and our people are taking it seriously. For goodness sake, it has to stop. Really, it has to stop. That's why I've chosen the approach I'm doing, and I'll continue to do it that way. If some of our people choose to be listening to traitors, they choose to be gullible, they will make our job very, very hard. But one thing they can count on us is that we will not quit, we will not get tired, we are resilient, and we must get this job done. No matter who falls, no matter who rises. This is the time for Ambazonian liberation. It is a God-ordained struggle, it is a God-ordained time, and we are here to defeat La République du Cameroon and return our country back to its people. God bless you.